Goodness, grew.
Marvel, this is kind of like an all-encompassing Marvel casting news, whether it's old, new, or future.
Oh
Just
God.
some odd casting things came out or whatever.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
okay, rumor, Spider-Man 4 finally introduced the MCU's version of Miles Morales. I think we kind of always expected that.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. As Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures continue to try to figure out Spider-Man 4, new Marvel surface may shed light on their future plans for Peter Parker and Miles Morales. According to Scooper Daniel Rickman, the plan is for Miles to make his live-action debut in Spider-Man 4. We don't have any additional details beyond that, but as hoped, it appears that the character will call the MCU home instead of the Sony Marvelverse. Oh, that's interesting. They're finally going to give it up, are they? Tom
Mm-hmm.
Holland has shared an interest in bringing in Miles to the big screen for several years now, and we guess that the plan is for these two to team up before the younger web slinger becomes Peter's permanent replacement. Whether Marvel Studios will follow the comics by killing Spidey remains to be seen, though we'd like to think he'd get a happy ending after Spider-Man No Way Home. Quote, it was myself, Amy, and Kevin Feige and Rachel O'Connor. Sometimes other executives from Marvel will sit in. Holland said last June for plans of Spider-Man 4, it's a collaborative process. The first few meetings were about why would we do this again? Okay, so one, money. The Spider-Man movies have been printing money. And I think we found a reason why. I'm really, really happy with it and we're at where we're at in terms of the creative. That sounds promising, but he'd go on to admit, I'm also a little apprehensive. There's a bit of stigma around the fourth one in all franchises. Has there been a fourth movie that's been really good in a franchise? John Wick. Still, I think the quality's still pretty high in John Wick movies.
I didn't watch it yet. Fuck. I'm sorry. I know.
I don't know. Is Fast and Furious 4 good? I don't know. I know I stopped after 2.
Was that? Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God. Does that follow the formula? Because that would have been.
I have no idea.
Also, Toy Story 4 wasn't good, right? They didn't. No one liked that one. Okay. Yeah, I don't think any.
Death Wish 4. Was there a Death Wish 4? Franchises with 4 movies.
Yeah, hilarious enough. Fast and the Furious 4 was the soft reboot that came back and brought back all the original characters and it made a fuck ton of money.
Alien 4 was not good. Indiana Jones 4 was not good.
No.
Lethal Weapon 4.
Not good.
That was the one with Jet Li, wasn't it? And Chris Rock?
Oh!
That was alright.
Yeah, no, that was alright. Yeah, sorry. No, it was okay.
Oh, Rocky 4. Dude.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Harry Potter 4, was that wasn't Prisoner of Azkaban, was it?
Oh, it might have been.
Oh, here we go. Here's Mission Impossible 4. I don't remember.
Jurassic Park 4, no.
Nope. X-Men
4, no.
Well,
would that be First Class?
First Class, then yes.
If it was First Class, then yeah. I mean, X1 and 2 were great. X3.
Nope. The Hobbit was not great.
No.
Harry Potter. Why aren't you listing the movies that were
so silly? Anyway, I would consider most of those Harry Potter singles pretty good.
I mean, yes, the track record is most movies that reach 4. The fourth one isn't good. However, there are exceptions. Yeah, so Miles Morales incoming. Okay, Reacher star Alan Ritchson reveals that he missed it on the Thor role, and hoped to play Nightwing in Titans.
Yes.
Alan Ritchson is a rising. Well, I guess is he a star now? He's a rising star for sure.
Rising for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, he's going back to do Blue Mountain State.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's coming back. There's a new season or something coming, and he's going back.
What?
Google that while I'm talking about it. Alan Ritchson's Hollywood career has taken him to a lot of different places. Many of you will remember him playing Aquaman in Smallville, a series he only appeared in a handful of times. The DC series didn't really serve as the actor's big break, though. One very nearly came when he auditioned for 2011's Thor. Unfortunately, despite being an apparent frontrunner, his attitude at the time might have cost him the role of a lifetime. I didn't take it seriously. Richardson recalls an interview with Men's Health. I was like, they'll throw me the part, and if I look like the guy, nobody really cares about acting. Oh, fuck. Marvel Studios let his team know that God of Thunder had been his to lose, but he simply hadn't shown the craft. Chris Hemsworth ultimately nabbed the part, and Richardson, tormented by his mistake, enlisted an acting coach so he could find that fabled craft. From there, he racked up appearances in everything from Black Mirror, New Girl, and the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. However, when Titans hit his radar, the actor was confident he'd be cast as Robin Nightwing. I was so confident. I was like, the best damn audition I've ever had in my life. There's no way they can do this show without me. So confident was Richardson that he bought himself a Tesla, only for the role to go to Brenton Thwaites, after he was deemed too old. While he'd later be cast as Hawk, it was yet another blow. Everything changed when he boarded Prime Video's Reacher. I had about 50 offers the weekend after season 1 of Reacher opened. I knew it had changed my life.
Wow.
Yeah, so Reacher's a huge hit. He's great as Reacher. He also talked on one of the Collider shows, maybe, about his time as being a Ninja Turtle. And it was apparently, like, terrible. Like, they treated those actors who did the... Do you remember those 2 live-action ones they redid with CGI turtles?
Yeah.
That they played the motion capture for? He said it was awful. Like, they got paid
really
terribly. They were treated terribly. He's one of the worst experience of his life. It's, like, you can find the clip on YouTube. It's pretty interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. But
and I did find that article. It was published in fucking February of this year. And
so
the sequel.
Is it a movie or is it
it's a sequel.
So it's a series.
Oh, sorry, series. Yeah. Insane.
Man, if he had taken acting seriously, he could have been Thor, and his career would have been so much different, or at least accelerated to the point where he is now 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Although he also, I believe, I don't want to claim this and be sued for it, but I believe he's bipolar.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that. Yeah.
Yes, he was diagnosed with being bipolar when he was 36.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Speaking of another big muscly guy, Dave Bautista says Drax is over, but I'm not done with superhero movies.
I would love for him to play a villain.
Yeah, so he's currently in Dune 2.
A better villain than that.
Yeah, you know what? Like I think he's a very good actor for for how long he's been acting, and he definitely has a bit of range. But he's kind of underused in Dune 2.
I'm gonna tell. Wait, you saw 2?
Dune 2, yeah. Did you not see it yet?
No, I did. I thought you didn't see it.
No, I saw it on Sunday.
Oh,
remember,
my
I was like,
God.
Dune tomorrow, and you're like, your Dune boner is hard or something like that.
Yes, okay, that does sound like me. Wow, had we not talked about it since that?
No.
Oh my God. All right, well, I guess we'll do this off air, but
well, you can talk about it now. I'm sure people like Dune is a comic.
Okay. That's true. Okay, well, we'll finish this article, but very quickly, the first movie, I thought he was a pretty decent villain.
Yeah.
For Bautista.
Yeah.
And I think obviously in Dune Part 2, they utilized him as a scapegoat big time. Obviously to the point where
he's a fuck up.
Yeah, but at the same time it was like his dismissal was very piss poor, I could say.
David Jesus says the door is closed on everything on ever playing at Drax again following last year's Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That doesn't mean his comic book movie tenure is over for good. Speaking to Gizmodo on the press tour for Dune Part 2, the actor said he's still interested in superhero movies, and it's even let Marvel boss Kevin Feige know. When I said I was done, I was really just done with my journey as Drax. I still have a relationship with Marvel. I've seen Kevin and Lou as recently as 2 weeks ago, and they know that I would be up for a role. I love the universe. I love the superhero universe. I love it. I'm a fan, so Marvel or DC, if they call, I would answer the phone, and if the role makes sense, I'd be all over it.
Okay.
At some point, he's going to be in DC as something for sure. Like James Gunn would not leave him off the field. They're going to get him off the bench.
Can't see it.
Would he? I'm not sure he could play something live action again in Marvel, but he could do a CGI character. or something in a suit that you never see his face. But it would be too weird to see like, oh, that's Drax.
I mean, we're talking what? Easily 6 or 7 years until that maybe would, like, time would have to go by. Like, I think it truly is like it's gonna take 5 years for people to, you know, let that fade out of their mind of him playing that character.
Like, even so, I'll give you an example. Have you seen the trailer for Furiosa?
Yeah.
Okay, so could you imagine putting some kind of weird prosthetics on Dave Bautista like they did for Chris Hemsworth in Furiosa, and you're like, Chris Hemsworth looks weird. It's not that's a character. It's Chris Hemsworth looks weird because he's got that weird nose prosthetic, and like, dude, this totally takes me out of the movie.
Oh, really? Wow. For like, it took you out of the trailer.
Well, like the first trailer, you're like, is that Chris Hemsworth with a weird nose on?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not saying the movie looks bad, although I feel like they've worked on the CGI from first trailer or second trailer, because I thought the CGI for the cars in the first trailer looked pretty bad, but I just saw a new trailer in front of Dune 2, and it looked a lot better.
I agree. Yeah. I do.
Yeah, so Drax will be back. I mean, not Drax, but Dave Bautista will be back. Okay, so we'll do a little side note here on Dune 2. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. A lot of people have seen it because it's made a lot of money so far.
What version of the movie did you see?
Definitely not IMAX. I just saw the regular, like...
Just regular?
Yeah, because we go to a smaller boutique theater here.
Yeah,
IMAX,
no enhanced...
The closest IMAX theater is an hour away, and we're not doing that.
So I saw it in 70 millimeter regular format, not IMAX. Okay. But 70 millimeter.
Right.
Which is wider, if I understand correctly. My theater, I don't know if there was like a setup for old projection.
Yeah.
But the audio was very low.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like, I have to go see it again just because, like, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it was the way they were projecting it, the way the speakers were set up or something. Right. Maybe they didn't fix something.
Yeah.
But, like, there was multiple times where I looked over at Jessica. I'm like, is this quiet? Like, is it quiet? And she's like, it's low. It sounds low. And I was like, okay.
Yeah,
so,
didn't have a problem with the audio in ours.
No, and I didn't imagine it to be that way considering of how loud things have been. So I'm going to go back, of course. But yeah, so I saw it 70 millimeter. You saw it in regular. Pretty good.
Are you having trouble saying that?
I mean, no, I'm trying to come up with like a better, more coercive, like, I guess, summary, but it was really good. Like, I don't know if it's Empire good. People were like, Empire, it's Empire the new century or the new decade or whatever. I mean, I don't know if it's there. I think it's close to that. I think it's real close.
So the ending isn't as big a shock. You could see his turn coming.
Yeah, of course.
There was no, like, Luke, I'm your father moment there.
No. That was cool, though. I mean, from someone who only read snippets of the books, I didn't know that he was, so that was fun. That was a fun twist. Damn, it was good.
Did you think it was long?
I think there was a time during the middle where I felt like after maybe an hour and a half where there was, so we were an hour and a half into the movie. There had been talking going on for maybe 20 minutes after like a fight scene had happened. And I noticed that my butt was a little numb.
My butt was number. But did you think it was long because you were disinterested, or it was like it was started to get a little boring or dragging?
I don't think I was bored. I never was bored, and I never thought it was dragging. If anything, if there was any slow moments, I felt like this was contributing to the rest of the movie. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like we're getting information, we're receiving information. I mean, there was a couple of interesting, script choices and whatever, but in the terms of the movie in the whole, like, oh my god, it was, yeah, it was good. It was definitely good.
Yeah, I would like to go back and watch one and then go watch two again.
So I watched one very recently, like a
Oh yeah,
couple days before I went to go see two. It definitely helped, but one I watched, so that was my third watch of Dune 1,
yeah,
part one,
yeah,
and that was my favorite watch
yeah.
so far for sure. I was way more like zoned in. I think what happens is when you watch them the first time, it's such a spectacle that you kind of like
Yep.
forget that there's all this shit going on like behind you. Um, so yeah, that for sure. But I think one of the main things, is, especially in this movie, is that the Bene Gesserit was much more, uh, much more, in the pipe. You know what I mean? They weren't so much in the shadow going on that they were talking about.
Uh,
And I think they got into it a lot more. I think it was sweet.
yeah. Did you know that Tim Blake Nelson was in that movie?
I did not.
He had apparently a pretty good role, and they cut him out entirely,
Wow.
which he's super sad about. Anyways, Christopher Walken didn't have a whole lot to do. I don't. I have, as people all know, I haven't read the books because we did that trailer.
Yep.
Why people?
They were so mad.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Just a brief moment there. In the first movie, there wasn't really any black and white scenes. They were a little dark and whatever, but they were not black and white. I watched the whole fucking thing, and somebody in the comments said, when I said out loud, when we watched the trailer, I was like, hey, did they do black and white scenes?
Well, I feel like
the thing?
I'm gonna
And
guess
the
that
comment
it's
was like, yeah, they
because,
did. It's like,
I'm
motherfucker,
gonna
no, they
guess
didn't.
that those scenes look like that because they were on Harkinian or whatever the name.
Yeah.
Of it. They're on their home
Yeah.
planet, and that's the way
Yeah.
it looks with the sun shift.
Maybe, okay, yeah, that would be cool.
That's what I.
It's
assumed.
probably the case.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Uh,
Yeah, different suns.
Yeah.
Oh my god, different sun, different light.
That's what I assumed. It was a different light shift.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
they're on a different
There,
home
everyone
planet. That's why they're.
everyone can flame me in the comments now.
Yeah, great movie. Great movie.
Austin Butler? Ooh. Tasty, dude. He was so good.
Yeah, he. He's. I think he's solidly in the next generation of stars now. Him, Chalamet, Kyogen.
yeah. Florence.
Did you say Florence? Florence Pugh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florence, yeah. Yeah. Did they just call her Floor for sure?
Here's the one that kind of detractor, and the co-founder mentioned this. She felt, and I would agree, I don't know if you agree, but Zendaya was outacted by everyone. Felt like she was the weakest part of the whole thing. Not that she was bad, but I feel like she, for some reason, wasn't up to the talent of the rest of them for this movie. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. I think she's fine in most things. I haven't seen, what's that show she's famous for? Euphoria?
Euphoria.
That she's apparently pretty good in. And she's been just fine as in the Spider-Man movies. I have no problem with her being MG. But I just thought, I don't know, maybe she was kind of out of her depth a bit with the other actors on the screen.
I felt like everyone gave this movie their 9.5 acting chops.
Yeah.
And she gave like an 8.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying she's bad or that she was,
Yeah.
good.
People were like,
She was
oh,
good,
she
but
stole
she
the
wasn't-
she stole the movie, and I was like, no,
I don't think so.
no. There was a few times Timothy got me pretty good, but I will say Austin Butler, I was like, there was a bunch of times I was like, holy fuck, I'm like sick. Harvey Bardem was great. supporting actor for sure.
Yep.
Was so good.
And
I mean,
what's Rebecca Ferguson? Oh,
yeah,
I
she
hated her
was
character
so
much.
good, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. She was so good. Oh
Yeah.
man. But yeah, Harvey was
Reverend
good.
Mother.
I mean, he was sucking dick a little too hard,
What?
but well, I mean, everything, it was just so much out of Abe. Um and everything. It was like, you know what I mean? Like, he breathed. It's written. You know what I mean? Like, there's shit like that. But no, it was really good. Sandworms were amazing. I thought they looked so sick when they attacked. Oh, God, it was fucking so good. The battle scenes were great. It definitely, like, I don't know about you, but was there any time during that movie when you were like, these guys are just standing on a fucking screen, like what do I care?
Huh?
Like, what does it matter? Like, was there any time during the movie
Yeah.
that you were like watching it and it was such a spectacle to the point where you were like, this is outrageous? Like, they're just standing next to like a screen and like trying to fight and like whatever.
No.
Like, I was
No.
never ever. It was always like, I was completely lost.
Nothing effects wise pulled me out of that movie.
Never, not once. I was like engulfed. Wherever they were, I was, and that was like the most one of the most important things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. So that was our Dune 2 in the middle of Marvel. Casting news. MCU rumored updates on Captain America and Young Avengers. Although Marvel Studios has only one movie hitting theaters in 2024, the next couple of years are shaping up to be very busy, and not to mention incredibly vital time for Marvel Cinematic Universe as we build towards the next Avengers movie. While official updates on outcome products have been far and few between, we do have some interesting rumors. According to Daniel Rickman, the supervillain group known as the Serpent Society have been completely removed from Captain America Brave New World during what sounds like pretty extensive reshoots. This isn't the first time we've heard this, but other scoopers have claimed that the team's screen time had simply been reduced as opposed to being entirely cut entirely. It's probably safe to assume that these characters weren't going to play a major role in the movie anyway, but removing an entire subplot so late to the game is certainly not a regular occurrence. It sounds like Brave New World's final battle, whatever it may entail, has also been significantly altered. Rickman is also claiming that Young Avengers project currently in development will definitely be a movie and not a Disney Plus series or special presentation, and he's heard that Marvel's working on a brand new IP for 2026, though we don't have any other details, but it's believed to be a character that has yet to appear in the MCU. Below, we can check out Captain America Brave New World logo from the set jackets.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of it for that.
A little worried about the movie.
New
Not
World?
gonna lie. Yeah, a little worried, man. A little worried. I mean,
Well, they seem to be. These are still some of the movies that they have not. They're changing on the fly as opposed to the movies that they, the movies in 2 years they're redoing with a more proper script right. We're delaying it until the script is good, and then we can move on. These ones are still in the middle of we'll fix it in post. It's fine. Okay.
Just give your head a shake.
Deadpool and Wolverine Josh Brolin confirms and denies he'll return as Cable. Josh Brolin played Cable in Deadpool 2. Thanks to the mutant's time travel device, Wade Wilson was able to travel through time and cause chaos. We have a feeling that it might puts him on the Time Variance Authority's radar. But what's become of Nathan Summers? The actor who played Thanos in the MCU is currently doing the rounds to promote Dune Part 2. The host of Good Morning America asked Brolin if he's going to return as Cable in Deadpool and Wolverine. Quote, sure, I don't know, he said when asked if he'll appear in the movie. No, I'll check with my bookkeeper. I don't know if can't say anything. Yes, no, maybe I'm in every movie coming out in the next year. I think it's going to be a good movie, though.
I'm going to take that as a yes.
Yeah,
I'm going to take that as a big fucking yes.
Happy to say yes, but then was like, oh no, I can't spoil anything.
Yeah. And then also, I mean, can we both agree that the chances of him playing both Cable and Thanos again for like a brief cameo or something
Yeah.
is possible in Deadpool 3, because if I'm not
I
mistaken,
don't know
Deadpool
that
2,
I don't know that he'll be Thanos in it, but I think he
he
can come back as Thanos in something else.
he called him Thanos in Deadpool 2, right? He has a nickname or something. It was like pipe down Thanos or something like that or whatever.
Did he?
I'm pretty certain.
Was that a joke?
Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't catch that.
I'll have to check. I'm on it.
Okay. Final casting news MCU. It's not really casting news. It's just like, hey, this would be good. David Tennant says he'll come back as Kilgrave, which would be amazing.
Really? Yeah.
Kilgrave is one of the better MCU villains they've had. As we head into Marvel Studios, Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio starring Daredevil Born Again, we can safely say that Marvel Studios has welcomed Disney Netflix's miniverse of Marvel into the fold of open arms. In
Yay.
fact, look no further than Disney Plus's MCU timeline. Excuse me. You can see how seasons of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Punisher, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and the Defenders have been added chronologically into the mix, while some... Hold on a second. Wait, was I muted for that?
Yeah, you were.
Okay. Okay. Where was I? MCU chronological mix. Well, some familiar faces, have been confirmed to be returning. There's a lot of speculation out there that Kristen Ritter, Mike Coulter, could also return. But what about David Tennant? Okay, we know that Kilgrave has was met with a broken neck in the first season of Jessica Jones, aka Smile, courtesy of Jones. But if there is a way of bringing him back, Tennant is all for it. Speaking to Clara Amfo and Alex Zane on the BAFTA red carpet before hosting the awards, Tennant said, "I would love to do Kilgrave again. Kilgrave would be great." That said, Tennant can't avoid how things ended up for the mind-controlling big bad when it comes to anything related to the comics. We all know that death can be explained with only 2 or 3 words. His kids, also Kilgrave's kids, also played a big part in Devil's Reign. It's one of the it's one of the ways Kingpin was able to become mayor, as he used Kilgrave's kids' powers to influence the population of New York to vote for him.
Sick. That's
so
cool.
Maybe there could be a room for David Tennant to come back, because we know that they're building. It seems like they're building the Devil's Reign storyline.
They're building something
with the last little scene in Echo.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe he could come back.
Damn,
here,
it was good.
Daredevil Echo post-credit scene gives new meaning to being born again. Oh yeah, well we kind of already knew that. Yeah. Okay. So that's been Marvel weird casting news. Can't believe Alan Richardson was gonna be Thor and he fucked it all up.
It's okay. We'll get him with something else. It's all right. Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He's too busy doing Blue Mountain State.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thad Castle, baby. All day.
I don't know. I don't know that they're gonna go with. They might go back to kind of like a Keaton Batman, where it's a bit smaller, not as jacked.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck was
a
bigger Batman. Christian Bale was kind of in the middle.
I would say
Robert
Affleck's was
Pattinson
beefy.
is definitely not that. Taller,
He's
lanky.
my version.
Yeah.
My version of Batman. Thin boy.
Thin boy. Yeah. Okay. So that's weird Marvel casting news. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks.
And a Dune 2 review.
Ooh.